Hi, today I am going to show you how to use IBIS World to do some research on a business. You can search by industry keyword, company code. So let's say you want to do carpet cleaning. All right, so see right here, 56174 carpet cleaning in the US. So it comes up. So there's some information that you'll need. You'll want the NAICS code, which is right here. So let's create a sheet, Google Sheets. So NAICS code. Type of business. Revenue. Profit. Number of companies in the industry. Number of employees. Total wages. Revenue per employee are some of the statistics you're going to need. Okay, so we go back in. Oops. All right. Hold on. Okay. So first place I go is it go to industry at a glance. Key statistics: 6.6 billion. So I put that in revenue. Type of business: carpet cleaning. So in the next statistic I'm going to want is a profit, which is right there. Now I'm going to want to know what the percentage is. So I converted that. Normally I'd actually add all these zeros, but I'm just showing you how to do this. So it's 14.28%, which then you want to check it with that one. So yeah, that's similar. And then the number of businesses. So then you can use this number divided by this number to get revenue. At this point, I have to add the zeros. But that's all right. There we go. What the hell is going on here? Okay. So we can do that to calculate the average. That's average revenue for per the employee, and then I can do this number divided by this number, which isn't going to give me the right number, but that shows me the profit. So I mean, if I 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, there we go. That's the profit. So the number of employees, we go back to this. Employment is 61,727. Put it right there. So if we do this, divide this, that's going to give us the approximate revenue per employee. If you want profit per employee, you can do boom, divide, boom. It shows all this elsewhere, but you can we can pull all this from here. So then total wages is also right here, so that's 1.9 billion, but it doesn't convert to a spreadsheet like that. Revenue per employee, I already did. That's that divide that. So yeah, that's what I look for on that page. There is other stuff. It has SWOT. It has industry structure. Then it has wages. It has break of residential and commercial, off-site, other, Stanley Steamer, and Blackman Morning. Trends, and an executive summary are on this page. So the next page I really like. I think it's this one. No. There it is the cost structure benchmarks. Now, I don't use these directly most of the time. Most of the time, what I like to do is I like to take these percentages, which I can download it as a CSV. Which will come up like this. And for whatever reason, it never comes up nice and clean. But I like to take those along with this number. So then I would multiply So then I add this. So what this shows me is that almost everyone's losing money. These numbers are screwed up for some reason. But then, if I can look at this, so I do low and high. I do this a different way though, a slightly different way. So equals, boom, equals, boom. I'm gonna leave that one alone for now. So what I have right here is what the total should be if I take the lows. So if I do this number minus this number, so that the maximum profit that you can really expect to make per employee is about $33,000. So I use that. I kind of do that, but then I also like to see what the highs end up looking like. But let's take out the profit. So if you look here, you're already over the amount per employee. And there you go. That's how businesses fail. It is because they don't stay within the benchmarks. So, but if you take this benchmark, you're killing it. So I try to I like to use that like that. I like to use this like I just showed you, where I take the industry as opposed to the sector. I take the purchases as opposed to the industry or the industry sector. The sector as opposed to purchases. I skip the profit. I take the smaller depreciation, smaller of marketing, smaller of rent, smaller of utilities, and smaller of other costs, and compare them to the high end and then to the revenue per wages to create a scenario where you kind of know almost exactly what the best case scenario you can create is and the worst case scenario you can create is. And that's how I model business potential, at least one of the ways. So there's also other useful stuff. Like this shows some of the major employees, their market share. This one really does a good job of showing you why you don't assume you get 1%. There's only one company in the entire cleaning industry that's 1%. Um, it has a little more about the information there. Let's see, where's the other one I was telling you? Key statistics. This one's a lot of where I will go. So on this page, you can download a lot of these numbers or copy and paste them, which shows useful information. For instance, you could have pulled the revenue per employee right here. It also has employees per establishment, and it also has the average wage. So all those things I showed you that you can calculate, I use those. It also has industry financial ratios. There's a lot of information here. Right here on the screen, you can see the total revenue, business receipts, cost of goods, gross profit. Then you have a list of a whole bunch of expenses. So this is really helpful because you can convert this into a normal spreadsheet. Sometimes it does weird stuff like that. There we go. So let's say we wanted to use this number right here, which is our average revenue. Okay. Okay. So now what I've done is turned this into a numbers approach. So this is the annual average income statement. So if you wanted to, we could convert these into months. And there you go. There's your monthly budget. So that's the data I normally use in this. How much of it I put into it really varies depending on the topic, because I feel like what I'm seeing is that when I give people this much data, it doesn't look like they like it. it looks like the blogs where I just get this information. Oops. Where I just give this information right here. Most people like a lot better than having all this. But depending on how far you want to go, we have immense amounts of data we can use. But every piece of data we add in there, we kind of have to, we can't just copy this whole thing and put it in there, because that would get us kicked off their platform really quick. So yeah, there's my input.